Now that I've completed the egregious begging, which I absolutely hate to do, but money's money and we gotta buy stuff. So we're gonna do some pell work. For a lot of systems and styles, there's a basic shot that comes off the shoulder and cuts through. Comes off the shoulder and cuts through. Uh, they call it flat snap in some systems. That I've heard it called a pop snap. It's also very similar to the fendente, Fiore. I mean, you basically go from the Fiore stance with two hands, boom, the Fiore stance with one hand, boom. You see something similar in a cut from guard to guard in 133. How do I do it? Well, I do it basically the same way you throw a punch, and I'm starting right leg back. You start that shot with the back foot, you start to push forward. As you push, your hip rotates. As your hip rotates, your shoulder rotates. And by the time your hand moves, the shot's almost over because you've thrown the shot with your legs, which is where all your power is in the first place. I gotta swing really, really hard with my arm to hit hard. No, you really don't. You're just gonna wreck your shoulders and arms if you do that. So, what works for me, and I'm not a big dude, is you start that drive off that back foot. It pushes into your calf. Calf goes into your hamstring. Hamstring compresses the quad. At the same time, you're pulling back with the right hip. So it's both hips engaged at either side. So you can do the same motion with the same amount of force from either hip. Paul calls that a single hip return, I think. I may have the name wrong. But basically, you're using the hips off of either side to get to create the force and power dynamic of the shot. So it becomes really quick because all your hand does is guide it. Kind of like with shooting, your support hand does all the manipulation of the rifle. The firing hand just manipulates the controls. It's kind of the same thing with the sword shot. All the power comes from your support. All the force comes from your support. It comes from your hips and your legs. And so, I mean, my hand's barely in that at all. What I like to do at the end is the old boxer's trick, the thing Tyson and Muhammad Ali and Bruce Lee used to talk about, is you squeeze your hand at the last instance of the shot, just like when you're punching. So you're loose, you clinch. Got off camera, loose, clinch. So you get that little bit extra pop to your punch. I do the same thing with the grip. So at the very end of the shot, I snatch the hand close. So once I'm here, that amount of movement is all from the hand. I want a couple things. I got a belt into this and that, so I used to know what I was doing. Your mileage may vary, try that out. Just remember, you start your shot from your legs, get that rotational strength from your quads and your hips. Your legs are going to be way stronger than your arms can possibly be. So get that rotation going, drive, and then the sword comes out. We drive and the sword comes out. The sword basically just lifts off your shoulder as your body rotates. Whoop. And then your hand aims it. It's like checkers. It's easy to learn. It's really hard to master. Anyway, like and subscribe. And be sure to drop a PayPal. Buy me some more tape for my sword because this one's getting broke up. That's murdochmcarthur at earthlink.net. Murdoch, M-U-R-D-O-C-H. M-C-A-R-T-H-U-R at earthlink.net. Or go to revivalmilitary.us if I can get the website fixed and buy some stuff. Because swords ain't cheap. Next time.